Welcome everybody to the very first episode of a brand new series on the channel, and this time we're going to be playing a very, very laid-back sort of game, but it's actually one of my favorite games that I've played like in the last couple of years because it's just so engaging, so much fun to play, and it's like it gets super into my sort of tendency where I like to overcomplete things. Like I don't know if you guys have seen it or noticed when I do go into like the Xbox games that I do have like a little bit more than 50,000 gamer score, which is not impressive at all, but it just sort of shows that I like to like complete a bunch of games and get a bunch of the achievements that I go for. And I'm actually going to do that in a separate series that's going to hopefully start with Assassin's Creed, maybe Revelations, because there is news that Assassin's Creed 3 is going to be remastered, and I'm super excited for that. But going back to Stardew Valley, I think that I'm going to try to play a lot more of my own personal favorite genre of games, which tends to be more of RPG, adventure, action sort of games. And Stardew Valley is like the ultimate RPG experience that I've had like in the last year. And it honestly was like probably in my top 5 games of last year, and it's just so amazing to play, and it's so much fun. And I think that to make it a little bit more interesting, we're going to try to go for a specific goal. So I'm not sure how many of you guys are familiar with channels like the Yogscast and stuff like stuff like that, who used to do a lot of old Minecraft stuff. And in one of the series that they did, they went for a Minecraft sort of server where their whole plan was to build a Jaffa Cake factory. And I was super into that because it was always about finding that final goal. You know, it was such a vast, Minecraft is a huge, vast, open game. And to have a goal to set just makes it so much more fun, because in the end you sort of feel like a completionist at the end. And I think I want to do the same thing with Stardew Valley. And so we are playing on the Switch version. We're not playing on the Xbox or the PlayStation version, simply because this is the most updated form of the game. And so it has like the signs, it has like the night festival, it has all of these cool new updates. And so we're going to start a new game, and I think that the goal for this series is that we're going to try to make a sort of like cafe coffee place. Because it is super doable if you use the sheds and you do some sort of decorations. We're going to do that alongside the actual point of the game, which is to raise money, fix up the farm, get a family, and do stuff like that. And I think it's going to be super fun to do. And I've always wanted to do a sort of like end goal sort of series for games like Stardew Valley and games like Minecraft. But the format of this is going to be a little bit different, considering that I'm probably not going to do a straight walkthrough of it, where like I'm going to try to show you as much gameplay as I can. But more so, since Stardew Valley is a very grindy sort of game, I'm going to show you sort of like the best moments, the best scenes, like things where stuff happen, you know, because it's a lot of traveling, a lot of waiting, a lot of doing stuff like this. So I think I'm going to be cutting in and editing in some things to make it more entertaining, and the format of it's going to be a little different. So I'm probably going to record for a bit, like probably like an hour and a half, and then from that I'm going to take to see how many episodes I could do with it, and then I'll just do another recording session where I do an hour and a half, and that will give me the time that I need to sort of figure out the progression that I want to go through. So I've spoken for way too long, and I hate it when intros are so unbelievably long. So I'm going to customize my character, and this is going to take a little bit, so I'm going to actually cut back when I'm done. And we're back. So I quickly just put together a little sort of ensemble of what I like to do normally when I play Stardew Valley. Like this character is very reminiscent of stuff that I used to like to do, that I used to like to make my characters. And the only difference is, if you can look on the right, we're actually going to be doing the hilltop farm. Now, this is going to play into the little aesthetic that I'm trying to go for with the cafe, but I just think that I've never done this type of farm. I've done forest farm, I've done standard farm, and I've done a little bit of riverland farm, but I didn't really enjoy that as much because everything was just so separated. Hilltop farm, I do know the layout of it, and I think it's going to be very interesting to sort of build that on top of the hill. And I know that there's a lot of mining stuff, and I would prefer stuff like the foraging farm, like the forage stuff that you get from the forest farm, but I think the hilltop farm is going to be a cool new challenge for me, since I've never actually done one, but I've always wanted to. And I think that with that, our name is going to be Underdog, because that's the name that I have for the channel. It's going to be called Cascade Farm because the hilltop farm actually does have a waterfall that's located like on the left side, right next to Grandpa's shrine. And favorite thing, I just put Cup of Joe because our end goal for this is to make a cafe, so I think it's appropriate. And I've always loved this little accessory number 18 that actually comes up with like a little blue scarf. I was gonna choose the goggles, but it just didn't look right with what I wanted to do. The shirt's just like the brown jacket, the gray shirt, the pants, and the shoes. So without further ado, let's go right into the intro. And for my very special grandson, I want you to have this sealed envelope. Now, I don't know if Grandpa's wallpaper actually changes depending on the farm that you choose. I know it does in the game. I know that with the depending on which farm you choose, it does change the layout of the house a little bit. And so he's basically just explaining to us, now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And can I press A to make him talk faster? But the music is just absolutely beautiful in this game. I have the music and the soundtrack are all in this game, and it's so awesome that this was all made by one guy. It's super inspiring, and I hats off to you, Concerned Abe, because you did a masterpiece of a game. You'll be ready for this gift. Even though Grandpa's horrible layout of this house, where he just puts the bed in the middle of the room, and looks like he's got a sofa, a dining table over there on the left with a plant on it, and I'm guessing that was Grandma, and she unfortunately passed away. Looking good. Recording, and oh lord, the Joja hierarchy. We're part of why? Yeah, this cubicle layout never made sense. Like unless we're seeing it from like one side. Oh, that makes more sense. Like that's not actually a flat wall. That's just the wall connecting the cubicles to our left to our cubicle. That makes sense. And my dude's dead. Look over there on the right. Poor dude just dropped dead one day. His computer's still on. You can see the faint glow of the monitor. Alright, let's click on the envelope. Dear Underdog, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I had lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Cascade Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. Good luck, love, Grandpa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will you? Definitely will, Grandpa. But I do agree that the separation from modern technology in this game sort of makes it much more interesting. Because like there's no like cell phones, there's no computer, there's nothing that you can physically do to like engineer your way into more money. You know, you have to physically work on the farm, physically get everything together. Eventually, you can create machines to do stuff that are separate from you, but you really just it all starts with the farm labor, and I think that's a super cool idea for the game. Hello, you must be Underdog. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here if you'll follow me. I always like the notion that like no matter what the layout of your farm is, it's always on the right side of the town and it's always around the same space. And I love the little like stairway that we have down. I you know what it is? I think I like the forest farm simply because of the foraging stuff and how better off you are in the beginning. It has an amazing layout and I super much enjoy it. This is Cascade Farm. Dear God, what did Grandpa do to it? Did he die of natural causes or did something come out of the forest and get him? Because with this overgrown stuff, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. Yeah, we'll see about that. We have a lot of things to take care of, especially when it comes to like filling up the community center as fast as we can. And here we are, your new home. Oh, this must be Lewis. Green shirt, yellow tie. My dude. Ah, the new farmer. Welcome, I'm Lewis, mayor of Pelican Town. You know everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. Did I contact Stardew Valley before I came, or did I just show up on the bus? I mean, I don't think Grandpa enclosed a phone number, so I must have done some research. So you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic, quote unquote. Robin, you did nothing to help my grandpa, didn't you? You just left him here. I mean, like you could have offered the same upgrades that you give to me later on in the game to him, but I guess that wasn't part of your priorities now, was it, Robin? Krusty might be a little more apt. All right, that's fair. That's fair. We have all of this wood hidden in this log side of the house that I wish we could like empty out and like actually put stuff in there, but it doesn't really make sense since we have to collect wood on our own and we won't have any wood, but there's wood right there. Don't listen to her, Underdog. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you buy one of her house upgrades. My house is going to be super awesome. You have no idea. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Well, I would appreciate to meet them. I really like the characters in this game. When it comes to like marrying in previous experience, I've always gone with Leah because I felt like she was just the more attuned to my personality. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna have to get started right away. So we're gonna start off on day 1. So one of our goals is to fill up the community center, of course, as fast as we can, because it'll benefit us more if we do. And getting the greenhouse up and operational is a big must. And I think that some of the original things is to get like 5 gold parsnips, which we're in no way gonna be able to do in this first spring, because like our farming skills just isn't high enough to merit that sort of rating. So let's check this out. Harvest and hold the crop. Okay, say hi to two out of 28 people. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna move our TV over here to this side. I don't know why. I just feel like it fits better there. And we're gonna take this and put them over there. And we're gonna take that. Take this table, put it right over there. Put that up there. Put that over there, and the table back over there. I don't know why. I just like the way that looks. I can't actually grab the lamp, so we're gonna have to leave that there. Okay, so on the first day, I've actually gone super like precise about this. Like you really don't want to waste your energy around the first couple of days because you're gonna have a lot to do. So one of our first goals is we're just going to plant 1 parsnip and then sell the rest of them just to get money so we can buy cauliflower. Because cauliflower, it is the most expensive crop and it will yield you the most money, but I'm not really doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the experience, because cauliflower actually nets you quite a bit of experience more than the rest of the crops, especially like some even in the later seasons. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start planting just a little, just like 1 or 2 parsnips here and there, and then I'll sell the rest of the seeds. Okay, so now we have 50 wood. We've chopped down a few trees and we've cut down some of the random sticks lying around. We have a chest. Now we can put some of this junk that we don't need and we'll accumulate in a little bit. We're not going to need the hoe right now. Well, actually, we don't even need to save the space yet, because most of our money in the beginning is going to come from fishing. We're going to do a lot of fishing, because it's literally no investment and high yield, especially when you start amping it up and you do it quite a bunch of times a day. There might be days where all I do is fish, and that'll help us out with the money regards, but that's not going to be that entertaining for everybody. I am, like, super experienced with the fishing in this game, so I'm going to have, like, no problem doing it. I know it's super hard to get into. I know I had a lot of problems when I first got it, because I got it on the Switch, and I was playing it in handheld mode. And, like, without a sturdy controller to actually hold on to while you're fishing, it gets very, very annoying. But I think I've done it quite enough times that I can actually just do it confidently now. The reason I'm up here by Robin and Lewis, not Lewis, what's his name? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot your name, dude. Oh, Linus, there you go. A stranger, hello. Don't mind me. Okay, so that's 3 out of 28 people we have met. There's not any foraging stuff we can get on this side anyway, at least from what I can see, and we can't even go to the other side because Joe still has to clear out the rocks and debris. Oh, okay. So I see Gus. He's going to the saloon. I can say hi to him. Penny and Maru usually hang out in these chairs, but they're not actually here today. Elliot is usually the person that takes me the longest to find, because he just comes out of his house whenever he feels like it, and I haven't played the game enough in depth to know everyone's schedule by heart. So I think Clint's obviously going to be in here, so I'll just say hi to him quickly. Hi, I'm Clint. I always like to just talk to them twice just in case the game doesn't register it, and I usually just check to make sure. So that's 5 people. So we've met Linus, Gus, and Clint. The museum guy we can talk to later because it doesn't actually count as meeting one of the people in the village, I mean. The startup saloon, Pam hasn't come out yet. Okay, this is Alex. That's Pam. I guess I was wrong. She did come out. Hi, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. Meeting behind the tree. I couldn't even see you. Oh, Leah. Okay. So we're actually going to go in there, say hi to Leah, say hi to Abigail, who's already there. The spring is lovely. Yes, it is. Oh, that's right. I heard someone new was moving into the new farm. It's kind of shame, really. I always enjoyed exploring those overgrown fields by myself. Nice. You probably know it better than I do, then. Hello, you must be Underdog, the new farmer. I'm Caroline. Nice to meet you. So that's 3 new people we have already. If I say hi to Pierre, that'll be 4. Hi, Mr. Underdog. I don't know why I love it when people call me by that. By that. We're gonna sell our parsnips and we're gonna drop it on some cauliflower. So we're gonna need 1 for the community center, and we're gonna probably need a couple to level up. So I'm actually just gonna buy as much as I can. 240 seems like a good number. 5 is fine. How many people have I met? 12 out of 28. Okay, so I'm still missing all of Robin's family. I'm missing Jazz and the boy. Kratos pops out of nowhere. Emily should be in here. Haley should be around here somewhere too. She's not here. I think she's up by the community center. She usually hangs out there. Can we find Sam's mom in here? Oh, okay. So here's Vincent. A stranger. My name's Vincent. Mama said not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. And this is Jody. Oh, you aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. I'm Jody. It's a quiet little town, so it's very exciting when someone new moves in. Having a farmer around could really change things. I mean, noticing that probably no one here actually creates crops or does anything for the economy, that's actually a good call. Evelyn. Perfect. Why, hello, and welcome to our little community, dear. You can call me Granny if you like. All right. I'm cool with that. George should actually be in his house since, you know, wheelchair and everything. Usually, and he's a very grumpy old man, doesn't really like to interact with anybody. It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Now buzz off. I love how he doesn't even question that I just broke into his house essentially just to have a conversation with him. Let's check this out. So Mayor Lewis's birthday is first, and I don't think I can get him anything. I think the only thing you can get as a love gift would be for Haley, and then that will lead to the flower dance if you can keep giving her presents. You might be able to dance with her. I've never actually gotten it so that I can dance with anybody at the flower festival before, because I've always been so focused on just gaining money and getting all the stuff that I need for the community center that I never actually gifted anybody anything. And also just because the sunflowers weren't that easy to find in the beginning of the game. Oh, Maru. Okay, I see you. You're down there. Abigail just staring out into the abyss of the river. Oh, aren't you the one who just moved in? I'm Maru. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Nice. You know, with a small town like this, a new face can really alter the community dynamic. It's exciting. We haven't actually seen Penny yet, which means we're going to have to go into the library to see her because she's usually in there tutoring Vincent and Jazz or just sort of chilling out by the book stacks. And we're going to get a small cutscene here. Oh, no, we're not. So apparently if you go in on the first day, you don't get a cutscene. The museum collection is completely empty. That might be a thing that I try to complete. I'm not sure if I'll be able to 100% complete the game, but I'll try my best to finish as much as I can because, like, even the Xbox achievements, some of them are ridiculous. Like, you have to craft every item. You have to make every food. You have to send 15 of each crop, and you're just like, oh, why didn't I know this before? I could have done this from the beginning. We'll talk to you. The new farmer we've all been expecting. News arrival has sparked many a conversation. I'm Elliot. I live in the little cabin by the beach. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you too, man. You're a writer, right? You're a man after my own heart, man. Writing is life. Muzzle. We'll go for that. Oh, one of these little relic suits. Okay, so we have a book. That's not going to help with the collection, but it is going to... So it's not really going to help me. Mayor Lewis, how was your first night in the old cottage? Dude, it was freezing. You guys didn't even turn on the fire. I tried to turn it on the next morning. Like, I've lived in a city with central heating my whole life, Lewis. What made you think I knew how to start a camp? Who made you think that I knew how to start a fireplace? Like, I don't know the background of my family, but I'm just going to come up with one. Like, my father and mother, we were born and raised in the city after Grandpa and Grandma decided to stay back home. And so they were, like, sort of, like, idealists. Oh, here's Penny. Hi. Oh, did you want something? Nope, just wanted to say hi. So I'm going to say that our parents were not super comfortable with living the country lifestyle. You know, I wouldn't either, if I'm being honest. But I think that they moved out to the city. We were born. We may have a couple siblings out there who don't necessarily agree with our decision to move back. But hey, we're gonna be the richest out of all of them when we eventually become the literal cash cow of the entire town. It's like, I think we single-handedly save the economy of Stardew Valley. Just like everyone is so amazed and enamored by the way that we're able to just turn this run-down cascade of a farm into something awesome. And that's gonna be our sole goal for this. So if I keep going around, yeah, the greenhouse is gonna be a definite thing I'm gonna have to get first. And I'm not even sure if it is a waterfall, but it definitely looks like one. I mean, that water's coming from somewhere. And I like to imagine that there's a waterfall back there. We have like little connecting roads, connecting little planks. So I'll use up a little bit more energy just to clear out some of the area around here, because this top area is where we're gonna do a bunch of planning and machines and stuff like that. And I'm definitely gonna be putting the finished cafe around this area, around like right in front of where the teleporting totem and our pet's water bowl, which I'm gonna fill since we don't actually have a pet yet. Oh, and I think I chose a cat, so we're gonna end up getting a cat. Muzzle. We need that for the community center, but I'm not really worried about that yet, because the fishing ones really give you nothing. They're just, I mean, they give you the sifter, but it's really nothing. I'm gonna sell the muzzle, and I'm gonna plant these cauliflowers. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 5. So we can plant all of these. And we're going to water them. I think it's going to rain tomorrow in game. Or no, I think it rains on the 3rd day, because on the 2nd day, you have to go talk to Willie at the fishing place to get the fishing rod. So now that we've planted the 5 cauliflowers and 1 of the parsnip seeds, we're going to leave that. And is there anything in here that we could necessarily sell? I mean, mixed seeds would give us some crops, so we're actually going to use some of those. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can just plant these. And these are basically free crops. They're not always going to be the most profitable crops, but they are going to be crops. So they're good for experience. All right, it's 8 p.m. Do we dare to go out looking for more forageable stuff? Because there is a way that you can basically just stop time at 2 a.m. and just keep running, just keep walking, and then you won't pass out. I know how to do it. But I think it's better if we just go to sleep and just do it all in the morning when we can actually walk around. Nope, don't necessarily need any of that. I need the cooking show to tell me. All right, so we got a loss of like 500 something gold, but we got 30 from the fishing muzzle, so that's good. That can net us like 3 parsnips, or just have it for later. Okay, so let's first thing you always have to do, because I find it incredibly sad when you have to like water the plants later on in the day and then you don't have the energy because you've been doing stuff all day, so it's better to just water them when you can. Alright, so now we're in the cutscene for Willie, who's smoking a pipe alongside, watching the river flow, and my dude looks like he's ready to collapse at any moment. Look at him. He's wobbling back and forth. Ahoy there, son. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. I'm still trying to unwind from a month out in the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. That's a good investment, I guess. You can just keep going out with a better fishing rod and get more stuff. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. I'm definitely not going to be selling it directly to you, just because coming all the way down here to sell fish is super exhausting. I'd rather just put it in the thing and have Lewis collect it at night. Yeah, that's sort of creepy. Does Lewis have a key? We don't even have a fence protecting the outside of the farm. Lewis just comes in every night when we're sleeping and essentially just robs all of our profit stuff and sells it later on. We have no idea. Lewis could be screwing us over. He could be giving us less than it's actually worth. That two-timing mustached mother. Oh, I just noticed. Okay, wild horseradish. Beautiful. Now we have 2 of the 4 that we need, so I'll just group those together. And we can sell the spring onion later on. Oh, perfect. Okay, awesome. We also have a dandelion. Now all we need is a leek. There's nothing by the wizard's house, which we can't actually go in to meet him yet, so we're not really going to go in there at all. Another dandelion. We could sell that. And the good thing about it is that the more you insert you get for foraging stuff, you actually find more, and the more you pick them up, the higher your experience goes, and the more profitable they'll become eventually. Like, I think in my Xbox version, my foraging was just so high that I just kept getting iridium level stuff, and it was just so much money. Alright, we're going to clear out some stuff. I know that there's some mining stuff, because the whole point of the Keltop farm was to provide you with easy mining stuff, which is going to be helpful when I need, like, easy copper or... Is this copper or is this iron? I'm pretty sure it's copper. I'll throw out these 2 fibers. I don't need it. Yeah, it's copper. it's gonna be useful when I need geodes and stuff like that. So I'll probably come back to this area. Okay, so this is the area that I usually go to fish. It's up by the mine. It's this little island here that's connected by the 2 wooden planks, and I don't know. I've just always used it, and I think it's a pretty good place to catch some of the. I think it's lake fish you catch up here. Down by the city or the village is where you catch the river fish. Over by Leah's house you catch pond or lake or stuff like that. And of course there are the more rare ones like that you can find in the caves and stuff, which are gonna net us the most profit until we get that little bonus of when we level up our fishing skill, that the fish we catch is gonna be worth like 20% more, 50% more. So that's gonna be a major upgrade in money income. All right, it wasn't a perfect cast, but hey, it works. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna fast forward through this, and then I'll just return at the end of the day with all the fish I've caught. All right, so I think we're gonna head back now, considering that we just filled up all our inventory space. We found a wild horseradish along the way to the canyon, which I didn't actually show. Oh, and it's Demetrius. Okay, so let's talk to you. Greetings, I'm Demetrius, local scientist and father. Thanks for introducing yourself. I'm studying the local plants and animals from my home laboratory. Have you met my daughter Maru? She's interested in meeting you. Yep, I met her already. And where's your hermit of a son, Sebastian? Which I don't think is actually his son. I think it's Robin's son from a different marriage, and we can't actually go into his room now. Wait, hold on. Can we talk about his setup though? Okay, a bed right next to the bookcase, oddly similar to my room. A TV right in front of it. Okay, that's fair. That whole section of the right wall is like almost exactly like my room. A table, very nice. A desk with 2 computers, count them 2, which he was using a keyboard on a monitor that didn't have a keyboard. Okay, so he's coming out. We're actually gonna be able to meet him. So we might as well get him out of the way. So say hi to Sebastian. Oh, you just moved in, right? Cool. Out of all the places you could live, you chose Pelican Town? Well, yeah, we had the most to inherit here, and we had the most to benefit. How many people do I have left? I have only 4 people left. So that should be, if I remember correctly, we need Haley. We need, oh, who else are we missing? We need Haley. We need Marnie. We need Jazz. And I think, yeah, hold on. I can just look it up, but I wanted to see if I can do it from memory. Yeah, we need Marnie, Haley. We haven't met Harvey yet, the wizard, and Jazz. Okay, that's easy to do.